Today I want to talk about ChatGPT. Yep, exactly. I'm looking at this nature and I want to talk about ChatGPT. Yeah, let's go for a walk. So what is it that I want to talk about ChatGPT, huh? You might ask. Well, I recently started with this YouTube channel, this walking trips, reflecting and talking about everything that goes through my mind at this moment in time. And I recently found my own blog where I haven't written since probably 2021, I want to say, but maybe 2022. If it's 2022, it's very early 2022. And then I open it. It's a blog where I was writing and documenting my projects. Whatever project I was working on, I was making it. It was kind of my own online diary. I was just writing for myself, just to document my journeys. And I started to read a little bit, right? I forgot about it. I mean, I knew I had it, but I just never thought about it like in the way that let's check that one out or let's start writing more. But a lot of things have happened in the past 5 years. New kids have joined the family. So, yeah. But then I looked at it and I started reading a little bit. One of my projects was to start waking up at 5 a.m. I read the book, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, and I was sure that I want to be part of the 5 a.m. Club, which I did and I was. And I'm still am, but ish right now. I don't get a chance to wake up all mornings at 5 and do my routine because of the baby. And it's mostly like I wake up when I wake up, and maybe I have some time, maybe I don't. So let me see. Yeah. So, but I read about my journey back then, and I realized, wow, this is me writing. This is a human being writing. And just want to say from the beginning, I'm not a good writer. So I'm not going to say that, oh, I'm such a good writer, I can write a lot of things, and I'm not. I love mathematics, I'm an engineer, so me and the words, not so good. But anyway, I was reading and I enjoyed it, obviously. I love the sense of humor because it's mine, right? So at least I am laughing at my own jokes, so there's that. But what struck me is that it was a long time since I read something online that is human written, not ChatGPT, or even if it's nowadays, first of all, nowadays you find everything ChatGPT. Not everything, most of it. And the one that is not 100% ChatGPT is ChatGPT inspired, which means that someone wrote it and then asked ChatGPT to make it nicer, right? You know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. I feel I'm guilty about that too. So for my own business, I want everything to be perfect, so I write a post for LinkedIn, for example, and then I ask ChatGPT to make it LinkedIn, friendly, or Facebook friendly, or whatever I need friendly. But then there was a human being writing, not ChatGPT. There was no ChatGPT back then. There was the AI. Of course it will existed, but not like it exists today. So I really, really enjoyed it. And I decided I want to continue writing in my personal blog, especially now that I'm working on this project, making the videos while I walk in the nature, which I already do. It's just that this time I'm actually holding a camera and talking to myself or to the camera, to you. And then I'm gonna document my experience, because 5 years from now, when I will read, I will have a nice feeling. Exactly like the feeling that I had about my 5 a.m. club. I remember that, because if you would have asked me now, okay, so how long you needed, how much time you needed to be able to actually wake up at 5 in the morning and do this routine. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, is the idea is that you wake up at 5, and then for the first hour you do things for yourself. Like you have 20 minutes for physical exercise, then you have 20 minutes of reading, and then 20 minutes of meditation or something like that. For me, I have not used meditation because I cannot. I'm working on it. I think I might have become better, but back then it was very difficult for me to concentrate, to meditate, or basically to not think of anything. So instead of that, I was writing in my diary. But anyway, the idea was to have some time for yourself, to do some physical exercise, to wake yourself up. So if you would have asked me how many days you needed to wake up at 5, I would have been like, I have no idea. Because it's true, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 5. But now when I looked in my online diary, I found out that in day 12 was the first day I managed to wake up at 5 and actually jumped on the treadmill. But now what do? There is a tree that has fallen in my way. Let's go around it. So probably I will be sharing the link to my blog as well, in case someone is interested in reading human written content. But that's not so important that someone else reads my content. It's mostly for myself that I read it later on. Okay, there's another tree, or is it the same? No, it's a new one. I think this path is just telling me, turn around. We don't want you here. Yup. I could go back. Yeah, there has been some very strong winds. There is a storm called Dave that has recently visited Norway. And these are some of the consequences of that. Trees have been falling down. Okay. I'll just find another path. Just find another way. So what do you think about what's your relationship with ChatGPT? Don't get me wrong, I wish I had ChatGPT when I was at university. Imagine that, using that one to write all my essays. Well, nah, I don't think it would have helped me so much. I did a master's in engineering, right? So how much could it have helped? But yeah, probably does calculations as well too, so I don't know. But I wouldn't trust everything ChatGPT says. I would, anyway, double check with real facts. So the AI revolution is here. So that's no doubt. there's not up for discussion. So the question is, are we on or are we out? If we are out, we are going to be left behind. That's 100% going to happen. If we are on, we need to be wise and smart in the way we use it so it doesn't make us dumb. Yeah, I said it. I think ChatGPT can make us look dumb, sound dumb, and also become dumb at some point. We still need to do things. We still have to have activities where we use our brain, like to think. Yes, okay, ChatGPT can make calculations for you, can do everything. But still, you need to put your brain to work too. You need to do it. So then, yeah, so those are my thoughts, my 50 cents on it. Use it, but wise. And only when it's in your advantage, not when it's in disadvantage of your brain. Okay, I found a new path, right? That one was full of trees fallen, and this one is full of trees that were cut. Yes. Interesting. I wonder if those trees are here because they fell at some point because of the storms, and then someone came and picked them up and put them here, and they're trying to collect them, or is it just someone that cut the trees because they need it for something? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see where this path takes us. Okay, there's something here. It says skogen. That means forest. Okay. Okay, there's another path over there. And then another one here. Which one we take? Let's go for this one. Shall we go right or shall we go left? Let's go left. There's another. But this one is easy to hop on. Over. That was the word I was looking for. These are tall trees. I think we are approaching the main road because I started to hear cars. Again, this tree here has been cut on purpose, or maybe not. I think this was the storm. Dave, was that you? Tell us. Now I see that I have arrived at the parking lot, at the parking spot where I parked the car. I should have taken the other. I should have taken the right. You should always go right.